Hi Johnny, how you
Man,
doing?
today again we're going to talk about
Two new animes.
Death Note and man, the enthusiasm.
Man, I am but for that no,
Okay,
you
Death Note and Code Geass. This is to Edward. You make introduction for once in your life,
okay, that note is going
but talk about the genre. You know, both are psychological.
but I don't know what about you anything about your anime, man.
Oh, okay. Man, okay, it doesn't matter. Psychological animes, you know, are focused on the idea of the analysis and that kind of things. We have explained that before. Death Note is like the god of the animes, of the psychological genre. Is the most famous anime ever. Everyone knows about Death Note. If you do not know about that, no, you have not lived enough. Even if you're not a fan of anime, you should already know the idea of what Death Note is. Edward, explain about the idea of Death Note. What is
Basically,
it about?
no, that no is the most famous anime as you told us, Panic, and it's about the intelligence. It makes you think, man, because it's not only about action and death, that kind of thing that you are used to. But it makes you think because you know that the two principal characters of that series are smart, and you know you don't know what they are going to do after his action. You know they do something, but they don't want it to do something really. They wanted to show a different. No, they wanted to get another consequence by that action. It's a kind of
Okay.
a weird idea,
Okay.
but.
Sorry, man, but yeah, first explain the idea of the Death Note. Is it a book? Is it what?
Death Note is a book of a god. Yes. That in that book, if you write a name, write down a name. For example, I have my Death Note. I write the name of Yannick. Yannick is going to die. Sorry, after 30 seconds, 35 seconds.
40.
Oh, 40 seconds.
Man.
Something like that. It doesn't matter. And I can't choose the way Yannick is going to die. That's what I mean. So, once one man called Yagami found that book outside of his college, yes, institution, and whatever.
In college, whatever.
He found that book, and he realized that book, in fact, it worked. So he started to kill all the criminals around the world because he wanted to eradicate the evil people, you know. So that way he will becoming a god. But there is a problem because Elio is a detective. He didn't know. Really, the government wasn't in agreement with that idea of like Yagami. So they started to ¿cómo se dice? Persecute him.
I think.
Yes,
Okay.
that's the principal
Okay.
drama.
Let's
Plot.
leave Death Note for a moment and let's talk about Code Geass. Man, Code Geass is like the perfect competition for Death Note because it also has a character who is really smart. The character is called Lelouch, and what he tries to do is to eradicate the government that has won the war of Japan and Britain. So in a virtual world, the empire of the Britain Empire invaded Japan, and they called that area the Area 11. So Japanese people were not Japanese people anymore, but 11s, and they were treated as something inferior. They were treated very bad because the Empire of Britain colonized that area. So technically, what Lelouch begins to do is to coordinate the guerrillas and to attack the empire. So the things get really, really interesting when he acquires a power of controlling someone to do anything he wants only one time. So
Do you prefer the no or what's the name?
Code Geass. Well, I would prefer Death Note for the whole anime, but for the end, I preferred Code Geass because the end of Code Geass is epic. It's it's the best thing you can ever see. It is like the only anime that made me cry, and it is a psychological anime. It is not an anime focused on feelings, and it made me cry. So you can imagine how how it touches your soul to the very foundation. Well, the thing is that Lelouch can control anyone just for one time. For example, I give an order to Edward, and Edward has to follow that order. But once I use the power on Edward, I cannot use it anymore. So it is very interesting how he figures out to arrive to the top of the empire just by giving one specific order to one specific person only one time, and how that order is perfectly related to the other orders that he gave to the other people in order to kill the 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 emperor, the imperator. I don't know how.
Coming back to the note, that's very interesting. The ideology of like Yagami, yes, the principal character, the one who had the Death Note, because he tried to make seeing people as no. Well, if I do the right thing, I don't have anything to care about because I'm living well without stealing another man, without killing with no. You're not doing anything bad. And if you're a criminal, you're not you always you're going to have that feeling that deep inside that no, if I'm going to do that bad thing, I'm going to be killed by God. Yes. So that's the very interesting because